Let's talk about clause 1111 because this reflects how audits are being conducted these days. The auditor cannot conduct the whole audit just by sitting down with the technical or the quality manager as the auditee, being the host of the audit. We can't have the whole or the majority of the audit being done that way anymore. The auditor must chat with as many other people as possible. They need to be interviewing other senior managers. They need to be walking around and talking to a lot of different members of staff, essentially. And this is important because it's not the quality or the technical manager that complies with BRC. It's not just their job to look after BRC. It is the business. The business needs to be committed, and this is part of the whole culture topic that we see in the BRC standards. So this newest clause 1111, we probably see that being reflected as the other standards get up issued, but for now it's in the food standard, the latest version that we've got at the moment. And this is showing that in fact, when it comes to the very topic of culture, there's a clause saying that the auditor has to talk to someone else. And this is what they're meaning when they say discuss culture with the senior management in the business. They are essentially wanting to see that the business is committed, not just the technical or the quality manager. And this is also reflected elsewhere in the standard under the protocol sections. You'll notice here in 2.2, if you're relatively new to BRC, in terms of how the audit's going to go, this is a good place to take a look, where it shows how it'll start with the opening meeting. The auditor will be walking around the facility and they will be having discussions with staff and managers, lots of discussions with different people. This is important. So if your quality manager is telling you, heads up, the auditor is going to want to talk to you, you need to defend what we're doing, you need to show how we are complying. It's true what they're saying. This is how audits are conducted these days. If we go further, they go on to further explain here that the site does need to fully support the auditor. There will be lots of people available for discussions at various times during the audit and to cover various topics. And again, they talk about how we need to look at the facilities and interview staff, observe processes, have good discussions with relevant staff. So I think that's pretty important for us to discuss, that this is how audits are conducted these days. I hope that's useful.